thanks. I needed them so that it's you can hear me better in this echoey room.
Hello, everybody. This is Alex with WAC Group. How many people we got in? 88. Where's everybody from? Where's everybody coming in from today? I'm live and direct in Carmel, Indiana. Nice. Yep, Hoosiers. Got people from all over the place. Canada. Winona Lake, Indiana? Where's that? British Columbia in the house. The beach.
Nice trip.
Nice. Good morning. We got people in different time zones as well. Michael, where are you at today? You in Austin?
Yes, sir.
Jordan, you in Dallas?
Yep. Texas is strongly represented here.
Yeah.
Edward, saw someone from Tyler.
You in Long Island?
Long, New York at our home base.
Sweet. We're going to give it a couple minutes, everybody. We've got over 100 people. Keeps climbing. Welcome. Going to get into some fan technology today.
Hi, hey, from Frisco. Glad to have you here, Matthew.
Connecticut's in the house as well. Welcome. My homeland.
Just a couple more minutes. Excited to have everybody here today. Going to dive right into my WAC smart home technology. Got the crown pictured out here. Looks a little compressed, but that's all right.
That's the room we all wish we were in right now.
Yeah. Eric, what are you doing here? Welcome in. Alaska. I don't know if I buy that. Rachel, we want to get started here?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's go. Mastering Smart Fans technology. Welcome, everybody. My name is Alex Ostrovsky, Executive Director of the Fan Division. I've got Michael Sabalchik here with us today. Michael, wave to the crowd. Edward Bracamonte. He's our technical engineer on the fan side, helps with troubleshooting and all things technical. And Jordan, our corporate trainer. Thank you very much. All right, let's get started. So first, before we jump in, just want to remind everybody who we are. This is the core of who we are, the WAC Group. This is our parent company. The fans fall underneath this. We also have WAC Architectural, WAC Lighting, Modern Forms Luminaires, and Schoenbeck. So this encompasses everything that we are. We've kind of sprinkled in fans through a number of these brands. But yeah, the core of the fan business is really under the Modern Forums brand. Okay, this is our current technology as it stands today. We've got the Modern Forums Smart Fans app and the WAC Smart Fans app. In 2026, we launched the Elite series of fans under Modern Forums and the Plus series for WAC. That's what we call our Gen 4 technology. Those are operated through the My WAC app, which is what we're going to be going over today in great detail. Again, welcome everybody. Excited to show you what we've got here. I'm going to pass it over to my colleague, Edward.
Thank you. Well, a quick highlight reel is when we launched the My WAC app, it was really the goal was to unify all the technologies we have under our brands to deliver one cohesive experience for our customer base. So as Alex mentioned, we have the Modern Forms app, the WAC Smart Fan app, and we have My WAC for lighting. And as we keep evolving these technologies, we want to really bring it into under one umbrella. So one ecosystem, one app, one consistent experience across the board. So you can manage all your products, whether it is lighting, decorative products that was launched in 2026, or these fans, Elite and Plus Series fans in 2026. So everything is the same experience across the board as opposed to having so many different variety of apps and user experiences. And with that being mentioned, we will pass this on to Michael for a little demonstration of what that looks like.
Yeah, good afternoon. If we can move to the next slide real quick. Oh, I guess not. So just a little bit of background here. You know, fans launched in 2018, 2019. Since then, we have launched 8 product families within the WAC group across those pillars, across those pillar brands. You know, track lighting, colorscape landscape, tape lighting, WAC home. They needed a user experience that was different than what we had for fans. And so in 2021, we launched My WAC, which was that unified experience that we wanted people to have for all of the WAC group products. We continue to evolve that product, continue to add features to that product to support our users. We are, as always, customer first when it comes to our products. Your feedback. One of the unique things about WAC Group is we own this solution from end to end. So we have the ability to take feedback from the field, feedback from the customers, and incorporate it into the user experience and change that user experience to better meet the needs of specific markets. So before we dive into that, this app has been out in the world for a number of years now, supporting a variety of different products. And we wanted to take the opportunity with the Elite Series fans to expose that particular premium customer market to the premium experiences that we have introduced inside of My WAC. So if you're familiar with colorscaping, if you're familiar with WAC Home, this interface will not look surprisingly different to you. If you are solely used to the Modern Forms Smart Fans app, which was catered and designed specifically just for smart fans. This may look a little different. I assure you that the features are there, and we are always working to improve that, to make it better for our users. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so y'all can see what I am doing. So over the years, we've been introducing numerous different user experiences, improvements to our user experiences. And the first one I want to point out is the commissioning, the setup experience. The setup experience for the fans, it's venerable. It does work. It tends to be clunky. It tends to be cumbersome. If you haven't done it, you go into our app. You say, I want to add a fan. It then says, OK, leave the app, go to settings, find the fan in your Wi-Fi networks, connect to the fan. Oh, remember that the password is intelligent. Then come back to this app. So there's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of room for error. So what we've done for a number of years now on the other WAC Group products is we use a Bluetooth assisted provisioning or setup process. So this is a video. Admittedly, I did cut it just for timeliness, but we're gonna go through this in about 1.5 minutes. Typically takes anywhere between 1.5 minutes and 3 minutes to set up a fan once it's all wired up. But I did want you to get this experience and see what we have going on. So we're gonna enter into the WAC Group app, and you can see that I already have some fixtures in here. This is actually, pause that and go back a little bit. This is actually my house here, and some of the products that we have installed here. I've already got one fan here that's in my daughter's room. We've got a series of WAC home lighting products. So we'll go back and look at that a little bit later. But if I want to add it, I simply tap on the plus at the top. I can then choose, do I want to add a location? And we'll talk about locations in a bit. It's one of the bigger features that's within my WAC. Each login can have multiple locations within that account. So if you have more than one home, if you are a installer who wants to be able to retain access to a property once you've installed the products to support them, you can do that within this app as well. We're going to go ahead and say we're going to add a device. And then you can select from our portfolio of products that are supported within my WAC. So we scroll down to the bottom, we see Smart Fan, but you can also see Ventrix, our kinetic product, colorscaping for landscape, low voltage fixtures. So just very consistent user experience for all of those different products. How are you going to connect your Smart Fan to the internet? Not all of our products are Wi-Fi only. In this case, it is Wi-Fi only, so you're going to select Wi-Fi. Now, one thing we did in this app, because we don't have to bounce in and out, in and out, in and out, we assume you're going to want to connect the product to the same network your phone is connected to, just from a human factors perspective. And we store the password. So once you've set up one product within the suite on that network, we're going to store that password for you so you don't have to write it down again. This Bluetooth assisted pairing can use a QR code. So if many of our products, there's a QR code on them that says scan this when the app tells you to. That's going to provide the app the information about that particular product and allow the app to connect directly to it using that secure connection. Fan receivers are kind of difficult that way. They're typically up in a ceiling. They're typically not accessible when you want to do this. So we give you the ability to say, I don't have that QR code. Or if someone peels it off of something, we go out and we scan for those things. And it finds any available non-setup devices that are in the area. And then you select from that list. So once we select from that list, it connects to it securely using Bluetooth. It's fully encrypted. You're not sending passwords unencrypted across the air. It sends that information to the fan. It remains connected to that fan receiver until the fan tells it, yes, I'm connected to the network. Notice here, we haven't had to switch Wi-Fi networks. This is all happening on our existing network on the property. It then searches out the fan. Once it finds it, and like I said, this can take 30 seconds or so. We give that fan a name. And something we'll bring up later, this name we actually use to name the fixtures that are on that fan. So in this case, it's the master bedroom fan. So I name it master bedroom fan. Then we get the opportunity to connect that fan to the cloud. It's critical. We feel that it's very critical to connect these things to the cloud. It allows the remote access. It allows us to remotely support things. You can give remote access to friends or family or your contractor to assist you with that system. It also enables Google Home and Amazon Alexa. So we really strongly encourage you to not click that little skip at the bottom, but to connect this to the cloud. Once that is complete, we bring you back to this main screen here, and you now see that we actually have 3 new fixtures there under that master bedroom fan. We have the master bedroom fan downlight, and the master bedroom fan uplight. This is all created based on the capabilities of the particular Elite Series fan that you're using. If it is a downlight only, you're only going to see the downlight. If it's downlight and uplight, you're going to see both of those. The reason for this structure, and we can talk through this, I'm actually going to toggle over to my other screen here so you can see my live window as we walk through the rest of the app. The reason the app is set up this way is if we scroll down here, when it comes to a WAC home gateway or a Ventrix track lighting CPU, we don't know how many fixtures are actually part of that particular device. So in carrying that forward in a consistent way, if that fan has what we call 3 different fixtures and they are individually controllable, you would see those entries here. So if we look at the uplight here for that fan looks just like this recessed light. So we give you a very consistent user experience, bringing forward what people in my WAC are used to at this point. They see their 4 WAC home presets, the welcome, focus, entertain, and relax. Those carry across where applicable to those fan luminaires. So if I were to go into the fan luminaire, the uplight, and say welcome, that fixture is going to go to the same preset values that any of the recessed lights in that room are going to go to. Just a quick clarification, our different fixtures have different capabilities within our portfolio of WAC Group. WAC home fixtures typically go down to a very warm 1800K and up to 4000K. So when we set these presets up, they're set up for kind of that spectrum. Now, what you might ask, if I go into that fan uplight and I hit relax, that fixture is going to do its best effort to hit what I'm asking it for. So in this case, it is going to go to that 5%, but it's going to be at 2700 because that's the lowest output color temperature that a fixture can do. However, users can change these presets. So a user can, or the installer can go in and edit that preset palette for the location to change those out. If you have an installation that's only fans, you can do that and change it for that user. One of the other things, we talked about locations earlier. Up here at the top of the app, I can do this drop down, and I see that I have a number of different locations within the app that I can connect to. The top couple are mine. One's the Austin office. We have a Ventrix install in the Austin office. I can access that. Various booths, Oil Center happens to be a customer site that I'm supporting. So I pop in there and I can support them remotely. But this is one of those features that we have in my WAC that allow us to kind of continue to grow in that scalable way. The next thing I want to talk about is kind of what's next. I have these fans in. I now have a much more robust portfolio of products within the app and within my location. What can I do with these that I probably couldn't do in the old Modern Forms app or in the legacy fan-specific app? Well, I'll give you an example. My daughter's room, like I talked about earlier, has her fan. She also has our WAC home recessed lighting. She has the recessed lighting, or so WAC home wall station, which means she has a 4-button wall station on her wall. And she's gotten very used to that. It cycles through those kind of 4 presets. And after I installed the fan and I gave her the fan remote, she said, well, Dad, can't you just, make that button that does my lights the way I like when I sleep, do the fan too? And of course, Dad wouldn't engineer something that wouldn't do that. So, here within the app, we also have the concept of groups. So we can group both alike and unalike types of fixtures together. If I want to, I have a group called Sydney Recessed that has the recessed lights in her bedroom as a group, and then you can control them as one thing. One thing we've learned over time as things have grown, oftentimes you're not going to want to, it's nice to be able to individually control things, but it makes more sense from a user perspective if you walk into a room and you can control kind of more than that. So we have the concept of grouping, and you can group fan motors. If you have 4 fans in a foyer or a great room, you can pair those all together and control those as one. You can do the same thing with the lights. You can group luminaires on the fan with other luminaires in the room, or you can pair together the up luminaire and down luminaire and have a single point of control over those. Next, we can take those items and add them to automations or lighting scenes. And these scenes exist across all of the devices in your location. So if you have colorscape landscape lighting, fans out on your patio, you can create one lighting scene that controls all of that. In this case, I have a fairly simple one called Sydney Sleep. If I come in here, in Sydney Sleep, I'm controlling the fan itself. The fan motor goes to level 1 because she wants a gentle breeze at night. The downlight goes off, so you can set things to off in a scene. The uplight goes to that relax setting that she likes. And then this group of recess fixtures also goes. So she has one-touch access to that sleep state that she likes. We also have a full scheduling engine within the app. So if you have outdoor fans or you have fans that you want to have on a schedule, you can create those. I've got Sydney bedtime. You can set your when. We do have the option in here, and it just was pulled through from other parts of the portfolio. We do have the ability to set those to sunrise and sunset if that's something that the user finds useful. And they can even add events and holidays in if they want to have a more advanced scheduling environment. Or it can just be as simple as daily at 9:30, set that scene to happen. So that's just a really quick overview of what's in the app. But as I said earlier, we are always looking for ways to improve this, ways to make this more intuitive for our different user bases. So any feedback that you do have, please make sure you get it through to us either via the website or via Edward and his team, and we're always glad to hear from you. So with that, I will turn it back over.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Michael. I'm going to pick up with the next slide and kind of dive into some of the things that Michael just talked about. So he's talked about how the MyWAC app is kind of bringing in all of these different products. So I want to talk about why we're doing that. So the new Modern Form Smart Fans have tunable white technology in them. So what this means is when you're looking at the remote or the wall station control, you'll see that there is a CCC toggle option. And this is going to toggle between a range of options from 2700K up to 5000K. And so with a real quick touch of the button, you can change the light temperature so that you can kind of set the mood for your space. Just real quick press of a button. But within the MyWAC app, you have full control over the exact color temperature and intensity of that light. That's what that tunable white technology allows you to do. And so this means that you can set it not just for 4000K, but maybe you want 3700K instead of 4000. You can go into the app and adjust that. And this is what a lot of our different products can do. And it allows you to kind of set the tone for your space. So on the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about the benefits of tunable white. So this gives you immense flexibility, especially in a space like a living room or a dining space where sometimes you're going to be cleaning and you need bright, clear, cool toned lighting to be able to see all the dust specks and get everything swept and wiped, or doing homework. It's great to help you focus when you're working with a cooler toned light. But it also then allows you to take that same space and completely change the setting, completely change the mood with this different activities. So if you're enjoying a nice glass of wine, you probably don't want 5000 Kelvin light at full intensity. Maybe you only want it to be at 2700, but you still want it to be very bright. So this allows you to do that. And this flexibility gives a lot of comfort within the space. That means that you can adjust to different times of day. If you need bright wake me up light in the morning, you can do that. If you want nice, calm, relaxed, warm candlelight at night as you're getting ready to go to bed, that's option 2. And all of this can be tuned and flexible within the app. And this comes with the added benefit is as you customize your space, maybe you change decorations seasonally, so you can then tune the lighting to match the changing of your space. So lighting rich reds and yellows and oranges with a warmer color temperature of light, and then lighting your greens and blues and purples with a cooler color temperature of light. And since we have features like scheduling, you can adjust if you want to have warmer or cooler in the evening to bring out different colors and tones within the space. So it just gives you an immense wealth of flexibility. And it's not just our fans that do that. So on the next slide, I want to talk a little bit about some of our other products. Last year, 2025, we introduced WAC Home, which has grown into a whole ecosystem of products. So we started with our functional lighting. You can see here we have some recessed lights as well as tape lighting. And this allows you to light your whole home very intelligently. And again, it has that tunable white technology that we see in the smart fans. And so this is a common theme you'll see among all the products we're talking about today. On the next slide, you'll see we also offer decorative. We just launched that this past January. So WAC Home is not just your functional lighting, it also ties in with your decorative and now with your Modern Forms smart fans. So every fixture in your home through the My WAC app is able to connect and blend these aesthetics as well as function very, very simply from one app. You don't have to switch from a fan app to your light app to a different app for your landscape. And actually, that's a great transition to the next slide. Instead of only our interior lighting, we can also extend the lighting and the fans to the exterior. Many Modern Form smart fans are damp and wet rated, which means that you may want to coordinate that light with your landscape lighting. Our colorscaping system is a full RGB WW option, which means that not only can you do color, but you have a warm white and a cool white, which allows you to have tunable white lighting externally. So you can match your Modern Form smart fan tunability to your colorscaping tunability. If you have a warm red brick on one part of your house, light that with your warm lighting. And then in the spaces where you want to highlight the greens of your landscape foliage, you can tune that to a cooler white. And you can adjust your fans seasonally, time-wise, if you want more cool light in the earlier afternoon and you want to bring that down to a warmer candlelight in the evening. The My WAC app just gives you all of the flexibility that you need in order to tune and pull these systems together into one homogeneous piece. So that's just a little bit about some of the systems that can connect. But next, I'm going to pass it back off to Ed to talk a little bit more about the fan technology.
Thanks, Jordan. Before we dive into the kind of the controls which Michael demonstrated on the app, what are you getting out of the box really? Out of the box with the fans and the rest of the catalog, really, we're providing that unified app control, that app experience. All these product families that were mentioned offer tunable white technology for fans 2700 to 5000K in that full spectrum, and all the installations will be familiar wiring. So we haven't changed the installation for our smart fans. Everything that installers and customers have experienced remains the same, and that applies to our lighting as well. So everything has to maintain that consistency within the marketplace to not confuse any installers. And the benefit of all of this technology, as Jordan mentioned, was the personalized effect of all this product. And so you can personalize every space, tune it to your unique environment, really, whether indoors or outdoors. Whatever materials are in the space, you can tune the lighting to really accentuate different materials. So you get a full product family offering with this catalog that we're now including fans with. And in the next slide, to simplify that experience, so the app is one element to it. And in the fan marketplace, everyone loves the simplicity of just a traditional switch. And so with the utilizing or leveraging our WAC Home switch, which has an updated design, we've introduced some new features within the app that tailor that experience to the customer. So for fans before, the switch would only really control the motor and light functions for fans. But now that we're introducing this entire catalog of downlights, under cabinet lighting, decorative, especially when we're mixing these in the space, we can create those unique environments, as Michael mentioned earlier. So in the next slide. And so to set the tone and the mood here, and we have these this visual here with 4 different color options. The wall station consists of 4 presets. So when we are connecting this through the app, when you do decorative lighting, as the prime example here, the decorative lights are automatically programmed to those 4 scenes or experiences, which we're going to go over, which can also carry over, and we can introduce fans into those same experiences, as Michael mentioned. So moving on in the slide. the first experience we define as welcome. This is shared across all. So as we are controlling the fans and maybe some decorative lights and or downlights, that tunability will affect all products in the space once it's been updated to do so. So the welcome experience is 3000K at 75%. So this is your everyday button one. You walk into a space, your everyday use case. You don't want the lights maybe at 100%. As Jordan mentioned, it's more of like a task lighting setting. So this is kind of your everyday use, comfortable mode. And moving on to the next button, we have focus, and this is your task lighting. And with these with the fans and the other products in place, the product will go to 4000 Kelvin at 100%, so giving you that nice cooler temperature and much brighter color. And when you're have certain materials, as like alabaster that one of our elite fans has, you really get to see that visual impact on the the change in color on material. Like it really it stands out more so as you tune it. In addition to getting some functional lighting, but you're getting that 100% intensity as well to do any tasks. And when we move over to the third preset, we get that entertain mode. So we bring that environment down, a nice calmer environment where you can interact with individuals. So this is your, again, the entertain mode. So unobtrusive lighting, enough lighting to still see everyone within that's close by, like cocktail hour event, whatever it is that you want to, a party at the home that you're throwing, and bring that color temperature down to 35% intensity. A really nice tone to be around. And again, in doing so, will change the feeling and effect of the decorative and fan material that's illuminating. So it does change the product experience. And moving on to the fourth button, this is our relax mode. So after we're done winding down, we clean up after the party. We're pretty much getting ready for bed. So that relax mode gets it down to the lowest color temperature. So decorative lighting and other products to 1800K and our fans to 2700K. But at a low CCT with the material, the fan will also appear to be a lower color temperature at a 5% intensity. So everything will blend seamlessly, still allowing the fan to stand out in the environment, even at a low intensity and color temperature. And these are the native functions that are out of the box when we program the hardware and introduce fans into it. But as Michael alluded to earlier, because what if your kids or a family member wants a customized experience? That's where the app plays a big factor in that customization, that personalization. And so moving on here, that personalization, well, actually, the basic controls, sorry, before we get into that, intensity controls are native for lighting through the onboard wall station. So up and down, nothing crazy there. And in the next slide, we also get the general indicator lights. So you know that when you're pressing these buttons, you're getting some kind of visual feedback that everything is changing. And one more, I believe. And that personalization is that we can set the room to a specific mode. So maybe we like the welcome, entertain, and focus buttons, but then relax, I'm not really using that much. Relax is my bedtime light. It's what I want to do, what I want my room to do. And so at that mode, I want my decorative lights at 5%. I want my downlights, my fan downlight at 10%, as well as my uplight at 10%, and my fan speed at level 1. That can be fully customized to the user's preference through the app. It is just a few button presses, and in the event any customer has any questions or needs support with doing so, that's what my team is here for. So our team, we have dedicated hotline, which we will share for those that don't know in a minute. But my team walks customers through that whole app education so that anyone having any issues anywhere along the way, from installation to app configuration to groups and automations or even scheduling, we walk the customers through every step of the process so that they feel confident that they can learn this platform and become easy to use. So the app might be intimidating for most, as it was with Modern Forms fans and WAC Smart Fans, but our team has made it as simple as possible to educate our client base, our customer base with that. So again, the product can be customized to meet your needs for each experience. And maybe the focus, I want the fan on at speed 6, we can do that. So you have full flexibility in controls. Next slide. And for this, to recap the products, I will pass this back to Alex.
Thank you, Ed. All right. Let's do this. Elite Series 2026 in the Plus Series. So this is what it's all about, right? I mean, it's all about the product. We've developed 3 Modern Forms fans that touch various price points, various designs. We've added features never seen before in the ceiling fan industry, and then we've got 2 additional fans that offer the same technology in WAC. So, kicking it off with Chill. I love the name. I love the fan. I love the price. $399 retail. This is an absolutely stunning fan at a great value. The other thing that we've done with our new fans is we've taken the opportunity to upgrade the LEDs. So I've been in the fan industry ever since I was a young child, basically. And I've always heard that, when the federal government changed the wattage limitations on ceiling fan light kits, it changed, the whole home in terms of light output for a fan. It's been kind of a black eye on the ceiling fan industry. LED didn't really solve it in a major way, but here we've got 2,200 delivered lumens, and that is the elite level in our industry. I mean, there's really nothing better than that, with the exception of a couple of our other new releases. So that's Chill. It's available in white, black, and matte black and distressed koa. It's in stock. It's been in stock for about 3 months now, and it's selling very well. Crown. So Crown is like the crown jewel of the release. This is a reinvention of a throwback era when uplight fans were the big thing. There were fans like Casablanca, had the Bel Air Halo, Emerson, a bunch of other companies had these kind of big, gaudy uplight fans that were super popular. What we've done is we just modernized it. We've improved it. This has genuine Spanish alabaster stone. That's something that's, we take a lot of pride in. It helps blend the decorative elements of our lighting into the fans and just kind of creates like this cohesive presentation that we're really pleased to debut. This has also been in stock for a couple months now, and I love seeing these orders come in for it because I know it's just guaranteed going to transform the space. Total combined delivered lumens over 3,000, excellent airflow, available also in the brass and white. We kind of touched on it earlier, but these do come included with very sleek handheld remotes that have the CCT function, the breeze mode function, which pulsates the RPM speed of the fan, and it has AAA battery. So it's a really nice remote that comes included, and also optional wall control. The other beauty of the remote is that you can independently control the up and the down light separately. So yeah, that's the Crown. It's an absolutely amazing fan. And yeah, we've had really great success with it so far. Up next, we've got the Radiant. So the Radiant is our other uplight fan. Uh, my personal favorite, my personal combination that to me just outshines kind of everything else going on in the industry is really that K5 crystal. You really have to zoom in and see it, but that crushed crystal element in the MBDK combo, that's like my personal kind of, I love that fan. You can also select an alabaster diffuser or a thick two-sided acrylic diffuser, which is kind of our staple look in modern forms. So 2 sizes, 3 finishes. We're going to be adding other diffuser options to it, other finish options to it. Also available right now, also super powerful in terms of light output. This is about 3,100 delivered lumens combined. I believe, based on all the research that I've done, this is essentially the brightest fan in the market. If your customer is looking for light output and looking for, kind of the ambient glow that an uplight provides, this is a one-stop shop. So that's the Radiant. Those are the 3 new core Elite Series models under Modern Forms, all available, all in stock, selling well. We ordered enough, to get us through the fan season. So yeah, this is a really exciting time for Modern Forms. And moving on to the Plus series. So the WAC line is a great line. We use premium technology, premium features. We just don't quite have like the distinguished alabaster, crystal, some of the other design elements. We experiment a little bit more with modern forms. These are definitely nice fans, just without kind of that added lux that some of the modern forms fans have to offer. So without further ado, we've got the Ferris. So the Ferris, great, simple look, excellent airflow, excellent lumens. I love how the light kit is seamless. It doesn't have kind of that drop down light kit. It's very recessed and also very attractive at an amazing price point. So this kind of style, believe it or not, for a lot of consumers is like, yeah, I want a fan that moves air, that kind of disappears, that isn't ugly, that has these kinds of airflow and delivered lumens features. And, the Ferris is a great solution for them. And we have Zeke. So Zeke is a 5 blade. It's got a really unique aerodynamic blade design. Love how it kind of configures. It's hard to see a little bit, but it does have that thick 2-sided acrylic diffuser. Also excellent airflow, superb delivered lumens at a very great value. We also have it available in black and all white. And a couple of questions, but before that, I just kind of want to summarize, the trajectory of modern forms. We're doing very well in WAC. We're doing very well right now with, this particular release. Like I've said, we've got the inventory, we've got the support, we've got the technology. We look forward to, continuing to serve you guys. And if you ever have any design ideas, suggestions, or any kind of other improvements or feedback, I'm very easy to get a hold of. I've had a great time with everybody today, and let's jump into some of the questions. Are these Energy Star? Yes. Basically, everything that we have to offer in the fan division is Energy Star across both brands. And if some of these are more on the technical side, I'll definitely defer to Michael and Edward to jump in. There was a question on Lutron. I may have missed it, but this does work with Lutron fan controls, or do you have to use the WAC controls?
Well,
Um,
so that's a two-layer question. So I guess it
right.
depends on what the question is related to the Lutron controls. So for Lutron fan controls, I'll say the analog style controls for that are made universal. No, that would only work with WAC or Modern Forms controls. But from a control system or home automation standpoint, these can integrate with Lutron home automation controls and include the functionality, the fan functionality. And we have we have our Abacus gateway to link with home automation platforms. And Alex, there was a question, a PDF brochure.
Yeah, I could drop the link. We've got both catalogs in PDF. We are in the midst of printing the WAC Smart Fan catalog for the first time. We'll have that available as well.
I see another question here. Do any of your fans have a 24-volt DC power option? Not at this time. That is a very different industry or market for that. So our fans are line voltage. And Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. So these new Elite and Plus Series fans we did update that technology on the input voltage, correct?
So the downlight models, the Ferris, Zeke, and Chill, are 110 to 240 volt. So they can work essentially anywhere. In terms of other voltage, I mean, we are working next year for a 0 to 10 volt solution for some of our models as well.
One question was, can we go over integration with Lutron? So that is a more involved conversation, but in short, to recap a previous question, we have a DMX, or it's called a DMX gateway or gateway that lets us bridge our lighting products and fan products to Lutron and many other third-party home automation platforms. So for for more in-depth information on that, that we can always reach out after this and provide information for that. And I'll make a note of that for Rick.
We've got a couple of hands that were raised. Not sure how to address that. Do you know, Jordan?
Yes, we should be able to unmute.
Okay.
Lawrence, let me give you mic access. You are able to unmute yourself now, Lawrence, if you'd like. And then
Lawrence
Tucker,
is still muted.
yeah. Tucker, you also raised your hand. I've also allowed you microphone access, so you can unmute if you'd like.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I actually did pose the question. I was just curious on DC. Most of the I did notice that the fans, several said that they were DC operation, but some didn't list. Are those to be assumed AC, or are most of the WAC and Modern Forms DC motor?
All of the Modern Forms and WAC Smart Fans are DC motor at this point. We have a few AC motor fans under WAC Limited. Those are pull chain style. But yeah, any smart fan that we'll be offering will definitely have DC motors. Good question.
Perfect. Thank you.
And Rick had another follow-up question. If pairing multiple fans in a single space, how does the fan identify itself to the app? So every fan has a MAC address, and and that label exists on the receiver itself that goes in the ceiling. And so when we connect that, as Michael showed in the video, the app actually identifies how many fans are in the space, shows you each fan MAC ID, and you can connect each one. And after they've been connected, they can be identified and renamed if they were named incorrectly. So every fan has a unique identifier.
All right. Any other thoughts or questions? Perfect. Well, thank you for your time, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we look forward to working with you soon.